Dusumo, your anchor. Do stay with us as we bring you the details. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Now we serve you details. As part of efforts to reach out to 2 million residents, the Ogun State government has begun the rollout of vaccines in marketplaces, enjoining traders to ensure they seize the opportunity to be vaccinated before the expiration of the 60-day ultimatum. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Kuka, made this known during a sensitization campaign at Lafewa Market in Abeokuta, saying it was important for them to be vaccinated as it was the only way to ensure the return to normalcy. She disclosed that anyone who is not vaccinated before the expiration of the December deadline will be sanctioned, warning that the state task force will soon be out to ensure compliance. Dr. Kuka said that the present administration, led by Prince Tapo Abiodun, has made vaccines available in all public health facilities as well as designated places such as markets, parks and garages to ensure business activities of residents were not disrupted, adding that selected private hospitals would also be used during the campaign. She charged them to inform their customers, friends, neighbors and family members to get vaccinated during the campaign, stressing that the vaccine was safe and effective with no recorded undesirable side effects. In their separate remarks, representatives of the market sellers, Mr. Taufik Bangboyi and Mrs. Adijat Mustafa, commended the state government for its efforts at ensuring the well-being of residents, promising to tell and encourage others to get vaccinated. Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against President Muhammadu Buhari over his failure to publish the names of those indicted in the alleged misappropriation of over 6 trillion naira in the running of the Niger Delta Development Commission between 2000 and 2019, as documented in the recent forensic audit report on NDDC. The suit filed at the Federal High Court, Abuja, has SEREP seeking an order of mandamus to direct and compel President Buhari to publish the names of those indicted in the alleged misappropriation over 6 trillion naira in the running of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. Justice Binta Yako at Court 2 will attend to the suit fixed for hearing on the 29th of November 2021. SEREP is also seeking an order of mandamus to compel President Buhari to direct Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice and appropriate anti-corruption agencies to bring to justice anyone suspected to be responsible for the missing 6 trillion naira and to fully recover any stolen public funds. With the recent announcement of the commencement of a pilot implementation of federal government's approval of 65 years retirement age and 40 years of service for teachers, the new policy again comes to the front burner of discussions. In this special report, some Nigerians said this policy will go a long way in improving the standard of education in the country.
Over the years, Nigerian teachers have continued to agitate for an increase in their retirement age, welfare, salaries, among others. But a new lease of life is in the offing for teachers in the country, as the federal government says it has begun the pilot implementation of new retirement age for teachers, as well as OK's special salaries for them.
Looks good, but for me, I would have preferred a pension reform for them, because what they enjoy in this elongation would have been better in a good package for them on their pension retirement.
And I personally believe that at this age, they are less busy. Some of them are also already grandmother, grandfathers. There is no need to do school runs, so they have more time. And if, as a physiotherapist, I know that if you are not exercising, if you are not moving around, there is tendency that there will be some ailment that one will be experiencing. So if they are allowed to stay long, it may help them to even stay healthier and stay longer.
Sir Jare Oyeshola, a retired teacher who left the teaching job at the age of 35, said elongation of service years and retirement age for teachers from 60 to 65 will only help the country but will not add direct value to the lives of the teachers.
I'm over 65 now, and I could still see myself being useful. What kind of stress do people go through will determine whether they are useful at 65 or they are no longer useful. But my personal take is that if you are good in something, you might just work for government for maximum 10, 15 years, gather some capital and start your own entrepreneurship, and you will make it less stress, because entrepreneurship allows you to wake up when you like, sleep when you like, work as much as you like, and enjoy what you have worked for.
Some Nigerians said these measures are part of ongoing moves by government to revitalize and reposition the teaching profession.
Well, it's a very good and welcome development, the way I look at it, because you see that there are some of our people that retired at age of 65 or at the expiration of 35 years in service, but you still find them to be agile and fit. And you see that it's a waste of human resources on the part of the country and the government. But when we have people that are still agile and fit, that can still work for additional 5 years, why not engage them? Why not consider them for elongation?
It will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari said a review of teachers' development policies had revealed huge gaps in quantity and quality of teachers at all levels of the nation's education system, adding that the status and morale of teachers were currently at the lowest level, hence the need for government intervention.
Will writing is an essential part of human life because it spells out how an individual wants his or her property and assets to be distributed after death. However, the act is not as simplistic as it appears. In this special report, Taiwo Adebi examines the reasons for writing will and the implications of not preparing it before death. Here is her report.
Researchers have shown that Nigerians underestimate the relevance of will writing. Most people generally believe that the act is in anticipation of death. This is totally not true according to some legal practitioners. They say there is no specific time to will writing, provided the person is 18 years old.
It's good to write that will, because if you fail to make a will, if somebody dies in testate, dying in estate means when you die without will, so automatically it can cause a lot of rancor, chaos, disorder among the family members, the so-called beneficiary. They're supposed to benefit from the will.
At any given time, you can also change your will, which we normally call codicil, when you need, assuming you make a will in 2015, and subsequent to that, you have some more properties. You can add more and change your will, and that is what you call codicil.
Will writing also ensures that the deceased's property are shared as he or she wishes.
That you also avoid unnecessary rancor, unnecessary chaos, disorder among the family members after the demise of the testator.
I personally feel that it is necessary, and so that at the end of the day, beneficiaries know what is at stake, who owns what, and how to go about ownership of whatever has been given to the beneficiaries.
These legal practitioners also gave reasons why will cannot and should not be manipulated.
For yourself, once the will is written by the testator, then it will be kept. It will be kept in the proper court, proper registry, may be kept with the Anthony, the lawyer. That
I think it all depends. Most people always have the notion that once they start preparing will, then the next moment they are going to die. But that is not the case most times. But it's always advisable to do it once you start acquiring properties and whatnot.
In our justice system, in our family settings, if the deceased fail to include some of the beneficiary, some who think they are supposed to benefit from the property of the deceased, if their limbs are not there, it can result to rancor.
However, the consequences of will, especially in African societies, have sometimes led to controversies among family members, yet its importance remains undeniable.
A member of Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Abdul Sabur Olawale, has been installed as the Seriki Bobagoa, and his wife, Chief Mrs. Shakirat Olawale, as Erelu Seriki Bobagoa of Ibaland. The installation was performed by the Alake and paramount ruler of Ibaland, Obadedoto Aremu at his palace, and was well attended. The Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa of the Lagos State House of Assembly, members of the Assembly, the Chief of Staff to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Tayo Ainde, traditional rulers and title chiefs in Ibaland, as well as other dignitaries, graced the installation. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
A time of reward for contributing to the progress and development of Ibaland and the people, and a call to do more, as Honorable Abdul Sabur Olawale, a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, was installed as Seriki Bobagoa, and his wife, Erelu Seriki Bobagoa of Ibaland, by the Alake and paramount ruler of Ibaland, Obadedoto Aremu. The installation ceremony was witnessed by members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, led by the Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, Chief of Staff to the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Tayo Ainde, members of the All Progressives Congress from Lagos State and Ogun State, and other dignitaries who came to celebrate with the new Seriki Bobagoa and his wife the performance of all the necessary rites for the installation and presentation of the certificate of office was followed by prayers from the Kabiyesi. A reception party was thereafter held at Providence Event Center, where Honorable Olawale, popularly known as Omititi, was joined by more dignitaries to celebrate the new title. Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, is the chairman of the reception and encouraged the new chiefs not to relent in the good deeds that have counted them worthy of the title. Other dignitaries who gathered to celebrate with the new Egba chiefs expressed belief in their ability to carry out the responsibility of the title.
I think he deserves this chieftaincy title, and I want to sincerely commend the traditional ruler.
He deserves it. He is a man of substance. He's a man of the people.
About 16 years ago, myself and himself served when he was doing the coronation.
The new Seriki Bobagoa and Erelu Seriki Bobagoa of Egbaland promised to continue to support the monarch for the progress and development of the land.
It's what I've been looking forward to have. I say this because for over 25 years, I've been with the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland.
The Egbaland, no. They will expect more and more. We have been doing it and we will never stop.
The popular Fuji musician Adewale Ayuba spiced up the occasion. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
In another development, a member of the House of Representatives, Chief Ayokole Ibrahim Isiaka, and his wife, Chief Mrs. Muibat Ayodeji Isiaka, have been conferred with the title of Aria Soluder of Ibaland and Erelu Aria Soluder of Ibaland by the Alake and paramount ruler of Ibaland, Obadedoto Aremu, as he marks his 16th coronation anniversary. The event took place at the Alake's Palace, Abeokuta.
For anyone to be honored with a chieftaincy title. Such a person must have impacted in his or her immediate environment positively. This is what is happening here in Egbaland, as the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, marking his 16th coronation anniversary, decided to honor some distinguished Egba sons and daughters. Honorable Ayokunle Ibrahim Isiaka, born more than 50 years ago, and his wife Muibat Ayodeji Isiaka are among this chosen few being honored as Area Soludero and Irelu Area Soludero of Egbaland. The event happened at the Ake Palace in Abeokuta, and it was a sight to behold as the ceremony was kicked off with the Oloroguns, Barakoyis, Ogbonis, and Irelus paying homage to the paramount ruler of Egbaland. The governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who was represented by his deputy, Engineer Noimot Salakoye, led the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, to be part of the occasion. Now the introduction of the new chiefs, the Area Soludero and Irelu Area Soludero, to the gathering. From reading of the citation of both chiefs to taking the oath of allegiance, the installation proper capped the conferment. From the palace to the reception where guests were entertained, his colleagues from the House of Representatives described the new chief as a worthy ambassador.
He is very lovable, loved by one and all.
At the chief title that just been conferred on him is what we need most as a nation now.
Others at the occasion appreciated God for his life and urged him to continue to be good, a quality which has earned him this title.
People are recognized by the community, particularly those who are deserving. It serves as a motivation for them to do more, motivation for others to emulate them, and it's also a challenge for them to do more.
Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, Adelia said Honorable Isiaka was being honored due to what he has used his good office as chairman of Ecological Fund at the Federal House of Representatives to achieve better the lots of some areas in Egbaland, and the new Area Soludero said he is happy to do that and ready to do more.
To append my signature to give order, and I see people smiling through me, that because I'm able to do this, that everybody is happy and smiling. That's when you see me happy and satisfied.
Bumi Adigun, OGTV News.
Equally, Alhaji Dr. Nuruddin Olale has been installed as the first Alaweri of Egbaland. This was part of activities marking the 16th coronation anniversary of the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo. Elizabeth Eson, who witnessed the event held at the palace of the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, had in attendance dignitaries from all walks of life. Here is her report.
Alhaji Dr. Nuruddin Olale installed as the first Alaweri of Egbaland by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, commemorating his 16th coronation anniversary. Attended by the State Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salakoye. The installation of the chieftaincy title is an appreciation for Alhaji Olale's contribution to the development of Egbaland. To some of the dignitaries who graced the occasion, Alhaji Dr. Nuruddin Olale deserved the honor done him by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland.
Dr. Nuruddin is a very efficient person, very diligent, and he has integrity, and I'm not surprised that he got this title, because whatever he sets his hands on, he does it perfectly well with excellence. So we congratulate him today. We're very delighted.
That in a community, when you are doing your possible best for the growth and the development of the community and well-being of your people, definitely when the chieftaincy comes, definitely they will remember you.
Being installed as the first Alaweri of Egbaland to Alhaji Dr. Nuruddin Olale is a call to more service in Egbaland.
Definitely I'll be contributing. Before you can be given a chieftaincy title, that means you are doing something interesting. I will only promise I will continue to do more.
The first Alawo Erin of Egbaland, Alhaji Dr. Nuruddin Olaleye, is currently the chairman, Alternative Medicine Board, Ogun State. Elizabeth Eson, OGTV News.
Moving to the foreign scene now, the military and Abdallah Hamdok signed new deal in a month after a military seized power. Sudan's military chiefs and Abdallah Hamdok have signed joint agreement to retain the ousted Prime Minister HAMDOK after being placed on house arrest during a military coup last month. Mr. HAMDOK, the ousted Prime Minister, now reinstated, has agreed to the terms to prevent further bloodshed. The juntas pointed out that in addition to the reinstatement of the Prime Minister, all political detainees will be released as part of the new agreement between the military, civilian leaders, and ex-rebel groups. It will be recalled that on the 25th of October, Sudan's military declared a state of emergency and dissolved the civilian leadership. It sparked weeks of mass protest in which at least 40 people died. The head of SUDAN, Umar Fateh, confirmed the deal was reached late on Saturday and signed into action on Sunday. It's now time to join Muji Shulaja on our next segment of the program, which is People and Event.